Hello, Tom Zernskis here, creator of Truespel Phonetics, which you can see at truespel.com, and I want to talk about Y glides, W glides, and apostrophes as they relate to Truespel. And what you see below here are words, and they are spoken in 3 accents: USA, UK, and a tiebreaker icon that exists. When you click on these, you will hear these with the words you choose spoken in accent. So here I have gone to thefreedictionary.com, and you will hear the word unusual spoken. Here's the American flag.
Unusual, unusual, unusual.
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 Unusual. Unusual.
Unusual.
Unusual. And kind of skip a syllable.
Unusual.
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 Unusual. Unusual. Unusual.
Okay, unusual. Okay, so you've heard these words, this word unusual pronounced, and you see no Y's in the spelling because you have a Y glide inserted, and you also have a W glide inserted. Unusual. A W glide, 2 Y glides, and in this one they truncated it a little bit, and it's unusual. And back to this one, unusual. They only have 1 Y glide. The reason there's 2 Y's here is that starts a stressed syllable. So a double consonant always starts a stressed syllable in Truespel, and you always know what syllable is stressed. So that is one unusual word. It's also unusual because the j sound is used, which is the least frequent sound in English, and it has a O-O-L at the end of the word. And this is not recognized very well in most phonetic spellings, but it certainly is there, and the way we spell it in Truespel is just as in wool. Unusual. So you have a very accurate spelling of that ending. And so we see here, we see the Truespel database, and there are 15.4 million million instances of the top 5,000 words of English. And the top word is the, with this many instances. And here of is the second most frequent, and these are the frequency of words. You can pause here to study, and I'll go down a little bit. Let's see here, I have to click in it and to go down. And there are more words, and more frequency of words, and more frequency of words, and some more. Anyway, you can pause on each one of those to see what the frequency of words are. And now, why don't we look for all the Y sounds we can find? Alright, so these are all words with the Y sound in there. But sometimes the letter Y also appears over here. We want to look for when the word Y does not appear. And we've got that. Okay, so these words you see do not have the letter Y in them, and here you do have the letter Y. And in Truespel we use the letter Y between two vowel sounds. So you have being, or you can use an apostrophe there, or the Y glide, being. Being, being. And how about this one over here? Idea, idea, without the Y glide. Experience, experience. It's kind of a pause. It's kind of an apostrophe pause when if you don't use the Y glide. Period, 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 and nuclear or nuclear. So for every instance where there could be an apostrophe, depending on how you say it, apostrophe or a Y glide, Truespel will always have a Y there, a Y for a Y glide. And now I've changed to look into the W glide, and you see here there are no W's in this column in traditional spelling, but in Truespel there are W's. For instance, one and going. Could also be going. I put the also the apostrophe form over here. If you pronounce it that way, I'm going, going. It can happen either way. Doing, doing. Situation, situation. Notice there's a double apostrophe that takes the place of a double W, because the W begins a stressed vowel, a stressed syllable. And this one here, individual, it could be an apostrophe or a W there. And here there's only 75 of them, not too many, on 75 words out of 5,000, 170,000 instances out of 15 million. Not very frequent. Here's a few more of them. And you can pause and see more. You can pause and see more. Wonder if I can get them all in. And what's that doing in there? Take it out. It's not supposed to be there. Delete. Another thing that's not supposed to be there. Okay, so those are the W glides. And some W glides are not glides. You wouldn't think of them as glides. The letter Q is KW equals. And this is an interesting cooperation. Then stresses on the WAP. And I've heard it spelled that way quite a bit. Cooperation. There's the ray. That's where the stress is. Cooperation. Cooperate would be on the WAP. Cooperation is on the ray. That's called morphology. All right, sliding up. And I'd like to say that this was an analysis. I'm Tom Zarinskas of the Y glide and the W glides, the two glides, and the apostrophe can take the place of them, all depending on how you say these words. So don't forget, Truespel.com, the free converter is at Truespel.com.